Last lecture we have studied about this transcription unit. I have told you that this para is very much important. Here it is given. Why do both the strands of DNA do not participate in the process of transcription, while only one of the strand participates in the process of transcription and other doesn't? So that reason is given here that we have discussed in our Zoom class. Next, if we just see here on the next page, the thing which we have discussed in our Zoom class was that it was the structure of that, you can say, transcription unit or that portion of DNA which results in the formation of RNA strand. In our Zoom lecture we have discussed that it consists of template strand and the coding strand. Here one thing is very much important which is asked in your board exam, that even though this coding strand doesn't code for any of the sequence of RNA, but then also it is called coding strand. What is the reason for this? So I have told you in the Zoom class that its answer is given in this para, and here also you can just see, so you can just read it from there. Next, we have discussed in our the Zoom class about the process of transcription in bacteria. Here bacteria is representing prokaryotic cell. So suppose in your exam if it is asked that describe the process of transcription in bacteria, then you will have to describe this. And in case if they have changed the statement from bacteria to prokaryotic cell, then also you have to mention this statement only, that how do the process of transcription, that means formation of RNA from DNA, occurs in bacteria. So that is the whole process which is mentioned till there. But now if we are just coming to the next process, that is here transcription in eukaryotic cell. Like we can say we animals are having eukaryotic cell, plants are also having eukaryotic cell. हमारे अंदर कैसे ट्रांसक्रिप्शन होता है? So here it is just mentioned very much important, and that important lines are mentioned here, like in eukaryotic cell at least 3 RNA polymerases in the nucleus. Nucleus has 3 RNA polymerase, and these RNA polymerase are specific for a specific kind of RNA synthesis. Like ribosomal RNA, rRNAs are synthesized by RNA polymerase first enzyme. Then here you will see that the same RNA polymerase, the other type it's, that is third RNA polymerase third, it synthesizes tRNA, transfer RNA, then 5S RNA, snRNA, which is called a small nuclear RNAs. These 3 kind of RNA are synthesized by RNA polymerase third. But the main RNA, which you can just say messenger RNA, it is synthesized by which kind of RNA polymerase? So it is RNA polymerase second. This is very much important because it is asked कि what is hnRNA? तो hnRNA is the precursor of messenger RNA. Precursor मतलब you can say immature form of messenger RNA, जिसमें कुछ चीज़ों का मॉडिफिकेशन होगा और फिर उसके बाद वो किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा? mRNA. That means messenger RNA. Now the question arises, what thing are going to get modified here? That we will see here in this diagram which is mentioned here. But till that time you can just remember that messenger RNA is synthesized in the form of hnRNA, that means heterogeneous nuclear RNA, which later on modifies into that mRNA, and it's a transcription, or it is transcribed from DNA with the help of which enzyme? That RNA polymerase second. This para you have to focus. Now if you want to learn the process of this process of transcription in eukaryote, at that time only thing which you have to keep in your mind, that is this diagram. This diagram is going to explain you whole content which you have to write down in this process of transcription. Like we have double-stranded DNA. Now what is happening there? We know that what are the things which are happening here. The very first thing is there, you can say RNA polymerase is attaching itself to the promoter region of the DNA. DNA के promoter region पे खुद को join कर रहा है. As we know from our previous lecture that synthesis of new RNA strand occurs from 5' to 3' direction, and this template strand has the polarity of 3' to 5'. ये RNA जो बनेगा उसकी polarity होगी, और जो template strand जिस पे RNA की coding present होगी, जिसको transcribe करेगा RNA polymerase, उसका sequence ये होगा. This thing we have studied in our Zoom class. Now what thing we have to focus here? That RNA polymerase It's on the next page here. Now what is happening here? RNA polymerase has attached itself to the promoter sequence of DNA. Now it will move along the DNA and resulting in the formation of that you can say here RNA. RNA it is making RNA, and as it just reaches to the end of terminator sequence, at that time it terminates means it stops further synthesis of RNA and it gets detached from DNA, as we have seen in that transcription in prokaryotes. But here different thing happens. What is the different thing? Let us see. The very first thing you can see here, capping is written here, and then you can just see polyadenylation. यहाँ पे polyadenylation दिया हुआ है. These two things you have to just keep in your mind. Now what is happening there? The RNA which is synthesized, it's at one end. Which end? It is mentioned here 5' end. What happens? Capping occurs. Capping means here methyl guanosine triphosphate, MGPP is written here. Methyl guanosine triphosphate is attached at this 5' end. This is called as a capping. And then on the other end, what you can say, the long tail of adenine is attached, which is called polyadenylation. That means adenine's large tail is attached here. So that polyadenylation occur. In this diagram you can see the certain portion are colored with the red and other are with the yellow. This yellow portion are representing here exon, and the red color portion are representing here intron, which we have discussed in our previous lecture, that exons are the region which codes for protein synthesis, which code for protein, and introns are those regions which are the transcriptionally inactive, or you can say they cannot synthesize any of the protein. So now what happened, because it is having those structures which are of no use in the process of translation, so they need to be removed. You can see here. Now what happens, there is another process occurs that is called as a RNA splicing. Here spliceosome enzyme is there that works here. I think it's not mentioned in this book, or if it is mentioned, let us see whether it is mentioned or not. Spliceosome enzyme just carries out this reaction. What happens? First of all, it is making a loop-like structure of the introns, and then what happens? Suppose it's a loop-like structure of intron over the exon. It cuts this portion and lets the two neighboring exon join, and so that they can make a structure which is whole, can lead to the can help in the process of translation, and it is the mature messenger RNA. Here it was hnRNA. hnRNA means precursor of messenger RNA, but here it is the matured messenger RNA at 5' end. It has capping of methyl guanosine triphosphate, while at 3' end, which is mentioned here with the green color, which is showing you polyadenylation, poly A tail, that means a long chain of adenine is mentioned here. The whole process which I have explained you, this is mentioned here. I'm just reading it out for you, which I have explained you right now only. The second complexity is that primary transcripts contain both the exons and introns, which I have explained you, and are नॉन फंक्शनल. इस टाइम पे क्योंकि इसमें एक्सॉन भी है इंट्रॉन भी है, तो अभी ये नॉन फंक्शनल है. सो विच प्रोसेस इज गोइंग टू अकर? स्प्लाइसिंग, जिसमें इंट्रॉन्स को रिमूव कर दिया जाएगा, विच डू नॉट कोड फॉर एनीथिंग. नेक्स्ट इज दैट जो RNA सिंथेसाइज हुआ है, दिस इज hnRNA, दैट मीन्स हेट्रोजीनस न्यूक्लियर RNA. अब इसको मैसेंजर RNA में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए, और इन ऑर्डर टू मेक इट एक्टिव, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कैपिंग अकर्स. व्हाट कैपिंग? Unusual nucleotide methyl guanosine triphosphate is added at to the 5' end of hnRNA. hnRNA की 5' end पे हमने methyl guanosine triphosphate ऐड कर दिया. और टेलिंग में क्या होता है? एडिनाइलेट, एडेनिन जैसे हमने बताया था, एडिनाइलेट रेसिड्यूज जिनका नंबर हो जाएगा 200 to 300 आर एडेड टू द 3' end of the template. नेक्स्ट थिंग इज दैट इट इज़ द फुल्ली प्रोसेस्ड RNA. अब hnRNA जो है पूरी तरीके से प्रोसेस हो चुका है. अब इसको हम बोलेंगे मैसेंजर RNA. अब यहाँ पे जो आप नेक्स्ट पारा देखोगे, ये इससे क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में आते हैं. कौन लाइन आती है एग्जाम में? लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू. द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ सच कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज इज नाउ बिगनिंग टू बी अंडरस्टूड. द स्प्लिट जीन अरेंजमेंट्स रिप्रेजेंट प्रॉबेबली एन एंशिएंट फीचर ऑफ द जीनोम. अब ये सब पूछेंगे कि क्यों ऐसा है कि एक जगह पे एक्सॉन है, एक जगह पे इंट्रॉन है. तो इट इज़ जस्ट शोइंग यू दैट कि एंशिएंट फीचर जब लाइफ इवॉल्व कर रही थी तो ये जीनोम का पार्ट था. द The presence of intron is reminiscent of antiquity. This line is asked in the exam, which was asked during the lecture from me, I think either by Shreya or Anmol. Someone has asked during the Zoom meeting, ma'am, what is the reason, that significance of intron in this? So it is the presence of introns is a reminiscent of antiquity. That means in past it would have just certain role, but in due course of evolution, what has happened? It lost its particular function or action. So it is a hypothesis of the RNA world, and the process of splicing represents the dominance of RNA world. That means in previous that ancient life, RNA was also a genetic material, but later on it was replaced by DNA. In recent times, the understanding of RNA and RNA dependent process in the living system have assumed more importance. Now, because we were giving more importance to DNA, but nowadays what happened, in research work, role of RNA is also recognized. This is just explained here. This is the only thing. The next thing is the genetic code. Genetic code means, in the sense, you can just say we are saying A, T, G, C, G. These all sequences are there, and these are coding for the features which are present in our body. But now question arises, how do certain chemicals can do or bring about the changes in our body? So that thing is discussed here in the genetic code. This is very much important, and all the lines are you have to see. First of all, the name of the scientist which are important here. Let me tell you that. First is the George Gamow. This name you can just see what he has said. Let us see. It was George Gamow, a physicist, who argued that since there are only 4 bases, if they have to code for 20 amino acids, the code should constitute a combination of bases. Now, because we know that 4 bases are there, that A, T, G, C. अब उन्होंने बोला अगर 4 bases हैं, you have to look after this line, then they have to code for 20 amino acid. कितने amino acid को वो code करेंगे? फिर 20. The code should constitute a combination of bases. अब वो उनका ये कहना था कि इसमें कुछ combination होता होगा, that means like 3, 4 और certain number would be there जिनको combination होता होगा जो कि amino acid को बनाते होंगे. He suggested that in order to code for all 20 amino acid, क्योंकि 20 amino acids हैं, उनको code करने के लिए what would be the sequence or what would be the arrangement? He suggested that in order to code for all 20 amino acids, the code should be made up of 3 nucleotide. यानी कि जो कोड है वो ट्रिपलेट के फॉर्म में होंगे, क्वाड्रेट के फॉर्म में नहीं होंगे, 4 नहीं होंगे, rather 3 के पेयर में होंगे. तभी जो 4 nitrogenous bases, they can make 20 amino acid. This was his hypothesis. So now what he has given? He has given concept of triplet. Now this was very bold proposition because permutation combination of 4 to the power 3 would generate 64 codon, generating more codons than required. Here permutation means suppose अगर 4 का पेयर है और 4 बेसिस आ रहे हैं आपके, तो उसमें क्या होगा? 64 codons आ जाएंगे, and that would not be the exact value which we are just knowing in present day scenario. Next question which can be asked, that which Indian scientist has worked in the field of genetic code and what was the significance of his work? So that name of the scientist is Hargobind Khurana. What he has done, the chemical method developed by Hargobind Khurana was instrumental in synthesizing RNA molecules with defined combination of bases, homopolymers and copolymers. यानी कि इन्होंने क्या किया? आरएनए को सिंथेसाइज किया लैब कंडीशन में केमिकल मेथड्स के थ्रू. देन मार्शल निर्बंग सेल्फ फ्री सिस्टम फॉर प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस फाइनली हेल्प द कोड टू डिसिप्लिन. ये हरगोबिंद खुराना का वर्क हो गया. फिर मार्शल निरनबर्ग ने क्या किया था? इन्होंने प्रोटीन सिंथेसाइज कर ली थी विदाउट सेल, यू कैन से लैब कंडीशन. Sevro-Ochoa enzyme polynucleotide polyphosphorylase was also helpful in polymerizing RNA with defined sequence in a template independent manner. Enzymatic synthesis of RNA. Finally, this is also you can just say the work finally helped the code to be deciphered. इन्होंने कोड की कैसे सीक्वेंस करना है उसके बारे में स्टडी किया. फिर से सेवरोकोआ एंजाइम, इस एंजाइम का नाम क्या, पॉलीन्यूक्लियोटाइड फॉस्फोराइलेज वाज आल्सो हेल्पफुल, इसने भी हेल्प किया किस चीज़ में, इन पॉलीमराइजिंग आरएनए विद द डिफाइंड सीक्वेंस इन अ टेम्पलेट इंडिपेंडेंट manner. That means enzymatic synthesis of RNA. With the help of enzyme, it helped in the synthesis of RNA sequence. Let us see the codons for various amino acid. क्या क्या codon होंगे अलग अलग amino acid के लिए, which is mentioned here. We can see these codons are in triplet form. आप देख लोगे जैसे like this UUU का combination क्या बनाएगा, phenylalanine, leucine, valine, methionine, then tyrosine. All these are the different amino acids, arginine, serine, glycine, glutamic acid, aspartic acid, histidine, and etc. Other things are there. These all are the amino acids which are synthesized by this particular sequence of codon. ये particular sequence होगा उससे ये synthesize होगा. इसमें आपको एक चीज़ याद रखना है, there are certain sequence of codons which are called stop codons. Stop codons means which will stop the process of translation. वहाँ पे वो किसी भी अमीनो एसिड के लिए कोड नहीं करते हैं, इसके लिए नाम दिया होगा उग, उगा, उआ. This is a shortcut which we just learned, like ug you can just see, and ua. UAG it is called ug, ua. ठीक है. And where other, at which place this stop codon is written, try to find out. Next here it is written uga. ठीक है. So I have just told you ug, uva, uga. It's a form, you can say trick to learn this stop codon. These three are the stop codon which do not code for any of the amino acid. Let us see what are the selling features of genetic code which was worked by the great scientist. First of all, it occurs in triplet and total 61 codons for amino acid and 3 codons do not code for any of the amino acid. जो इसको आप stop codon बोल देते हैं. तो यानी 61 codons होंगे, इसको काउंट कर लीजिएगा. It would be 61 जो कि amino acid बनाएंगे. 3 codons का कोई भी यूज़ नहीं है, they would be stop codon. One codon codes for only one amino acid, hence it is that unambiguous and specific. That means all जो भी आप सीक्वेंस अगर आप देख रहे हो यहाँ पे अगर एक पर्टिकुलर अमीनो एसिड बना रहे हैं तो जितने भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म है अगर उसमें ये पर्टिकुलर सीक्वेंस होगा तो वो यही अमीनो एसिड बनाएगा, कोई दूसरा नहीं. दैट्स वाई इट इज़ कॉल्ड अनएम्बिगुअस एंड स्पेसिफिक. सम अमीनो एसिड्स आर कोडेड मोर देन वन कोडॉन, हैंस दिस कोड इज डीजेनरेट. लेकिन कुछ अमीनो एसिड्स हैं जिनको एक से ज़्यादा कोडॉन बनाते हैं. लाइक यू कैन सी in this sequence phenylalanine, it is that it can be made by the sequence UU and UUC. These two, so that's why code is called degenerate. The codon is read in mRNA in a contiguous fashion. That means there are no punctuation. You need not to put full stop, comma, or any of the symbol. You can just write it down in continuous proportion. The code is nearly universal. That only I have told you throughout the living organism from bacteria to human. The triple U will use for synthesis of amino acid which is called phenylalanine. Next one, AUG has dual function. यहाँ पे AUG का दो function है. What is that? First of all, it codes for methionine. MET is written, its short form, and it is initiator codon. मतलब कहीं पे भी अगर ट्रांसलेशन का प्रोसेस शुरू होगा तो वहाँ पे कौन रहेगा आपका सबसे पहले आएगा, AUG का सीक्वेंस आएगा. तो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज इनिशिएटर कोडॉन. यहीं से सिंथेसिस शुरू होता